my beloved child. Do not scroll away from me. Please pause right here. I am speaking directly to your spirit today. This is not an accident. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment that I arranged just for you. I am asking you to stop, just for a moment. I see you. I see exactly where you are sitting right now. I hear the chaotic thoughts running through your mind. I feel the heavy weight you carry in your chest every single day. Look at your hands right now. Look at what you are holding so tightly in your grasp. I see you gripping a blade that is making you bleed. I see you holding onto a branch covered in sharp thorns. You are clutching it with all your might. Your hands are so tired, your hands are bleeding, yet you refuse to let it go. You are holding onto it simply because you have held it for so long. It has become a familiar pain to you. You are terrified to open your hands. You are terrified of what will happen if you finally drop it. Look down for a moment. There is a beautiful green meadow right beneath your feet. There is soft grass waiting for you to rest. There is peace waiting to catch you. But you keep holding on to the thorns. You are clutching your familiar pain. You are so afraid of who you would be without it. You have carried this story of hurt for so many years. You have let this old wound become your entire world. I am looking deep into your soul right now. I see the profound exhaustion inside of you. Your soul is so deeply tired. You are physically drained from the constant tension. You are emotionally depleted from trying to hold it all together. You are spiritually empty from fighting a war that ended years ago. I know how exhausting it is to carry an umbrella when it has not rained in years. You have built walls so high that even the sun cannot reach you. You have made a dark home out of your own heartbreak. You have decorated the walls of your mind with memories of betrayal. You wear your trauma like a heavy suit of iron armor. You put it on every single morning before you face the world. You think it protects you. You believe it keeps you safe from getting hurt again. You tell yourself that if you expect the worst, then you will never be surprised. You tell yourself that if you hold on to the anger, then you are protected from future pain. You use your bitterness as a shield. But my child, that armor is suffocating your beautiful spirit. That heavy iron is crushing your joy. It is isolating you from the love I want to give you. You are walking around with a brave smile on your face. You tell everyone around you that you are fine. You tell your friends that you have moved on from the past. You act strong for the people who depend on you. You are always the one helping others carry their heavy burdens. You are always the one offering advice and comfort. But I know the hidden truth. When the door is closed and your room is quiet, when the loud distractions of the day finally fade away into the night, I see the heavy mask come off. I see the numb expression on your face. I see the quiet emptiness in your eyes. I feel the coldness that has crept into your gentle heart. You have become numb just to survive the ache. You have convinced yourself that feeling nothing is better than feeling pain. You have accepted this numbness as your normal life. You have settled for a life of quiet desperation. But you were not created to just survive. You were created to live fully and abundantly in my light. You are holding on to the bitterness because it feels like justice. You are holding on to the memory of the people who abandoned you. You replay the unfair situations in your head over and over again. You analyze every word they said to you. You wonder what you did wrong to deserve such treatment. You think that remembering the pain honors what you lost. You think that letting go means saying that what they did was acceptable. You think that moving on means you are forgetting the massive injustice. So you hold on to the bleeding branch. You choose the pain you know over the peace you do not know. You are addicted to the familiar sorrow. You wrap yourself in sadness like a warm blanket, because stepping into a new reality without that pain feels completely terrifying. You do not know how to live without the heavy armor. You do not know who you are if you are not the one who was broken. You do not know what your story is if you remove the chapters of suffering. I see this massive fear in your trembling heart. I know you are so incredibly scared of the unknown. I am wrapping my arms around you right now. I am sitting right beside you in the quietness of this exact moment. Listen to my voice. Listen to the gentleness in my tone. I am not angry that you are scared to let it go. I am not frustrated with your hesitation today. I am not disappointed that you have held on to it for this long. I do not judge you for the thick walls you built around your heart. The betrayal you faced was very real. The abandonment you suffered cut deeper than anyone else will ever know. The harsh words that were spoken over you left deep and lasting scars. The people who were supposed to protect you ended up causing the deepest wounds. I know it was incredibly unfair. I know you did not deserve any of it. I know it broke pieces of your heart that you are still desperately trying to find. It is okay to admit that it hurt you deeply. It is okay to acknowledge the extreme unfairness of it all. You do not have to pretend to be unbreakable when you are with me. You are not weak for guarding a wound that never properly healed. It is a natural human instinct to protect a broken heart. It is completely human to build a fortress when you have been attacked in the open. I completely understand why you chose to hide away from the world. I do not condemn your tears, my sweet child. I do not tell you to just get over it. I do not demand that you force a smile and pretend everything is perfect. I catch every single tear you cry in the dark solitude of your room. I count every sigh of exhaustion that leaves your tired lips. Your pain is deeply valid to me. Your grief is sacred in my eyes. Your anger is completely understood. Your dark doubts do not push me away from you. Your difficult questions do not intimidate me. I am big enough to handle your intense frustration. I am gentle enough to hold your fragile and shattered heart. You have permission to be completely weak right now. You have permission to stop fighting the invisible war for just a moment. You can lay down the heavy sword. You can let the hot tears fall freely without wiping them away in a rush. I am here to validate the agonizing ache in your soul. You survived a massive storm that almost destroyed you entirely. You walked through a raging fire that was meant to burn you to ashes. Of course you are tired. Of course you are hesitant to ever trust anyone again. Of course you are clinging to the one thing that feels constant even if it is pain. I see all of it, and I love you exactly as you are right in this messy and painful moment. I love the broken version of you. I love the terrified version of you. I love the defensive version of you. But my precious child, because I love you with an everlasting love, I cannot let you stay in this dark place forever. I cannot watch you bleed from a branch you do not have to hold anymore. There is a reason your safe place feels so incredibly heavy lately. There is a reason you are suffocating in the very armor you built to survive. There is a reason you are feeling an intense pull to finally change your life. I am trying to show you a profound truth about the prison you have built. Listen to me now. I want to gently change the way you see your deep sorrow. I want to wash your tired eyes so you can see your history from my eternal perspective. You thought holding on to the intense anger was punishing the people who hurt you. You believed your bitter resentment was a powerful weapon of justice. You told yourself that if you stay angry, then they cannot get away with what they did. You thought your coldness was teaching them a lesson, but my precious child, your anger is not punishing them at all. They are not losing sleep over the heavy burden you are carrying. It is only poisoning your own gentle soul. It is a slow poison that you drink every single morning. You are punishing yourself for the terrible mistakes of someone else. You are paying a massive tax on a debt that does not even belong to you. You thought clinging to the terrible memory was keeping you safe from future harm. You thought remembering the sharp betrayal would prevent you from trusting the wrong person again. You decided to never let anyone close to you again. You built an invisible wall of ice around your tender heart. But you are locking yourself inside a dark prison of your own making. You have become the strict and cruel guard of your own lonely cell. Let us look at the painful rejection you endured. Let us examine the moment they walked away and left you shattered on the floor. You cried so many desperate tears because they chose a different path. You felt completely worthless when they chose someone else over you. You questioned your own value. You stared at the mirror and searched for all your flaws. You asked me why I let them leave your life so suddenly. You asked me why I allowed your fragile heart to be broken so violently. You thought it was a cruel and unfair rejection. You thought it meant you were not good enough to be loved. But I need you to hear the absolute truth today. I need this truth to sink deep into your weary bones. It was not rejection. It was my fierce and deliberate protection. I saw secret conversations you never heard. I saw dark intentions you never noticed. I saw a destructive future you were blindly walking toward. I saw how their hidden toxicity was slowly crushing your bright spirit. I allowed them to walk away to save you from a lifetime of absolute misery. I closed that heavy door because the room behind it was filled with poison. I removed them from your table because they were secretly feeding you lies. You thought my delay in answering your prayers was my firm denial. You prayed for a specific outcome and it simply did not happen. You waited for a miraculous rescue that did not look the way you imagined it would. You thought I had completely forgotten your fervent prayers in the middle of the dark night. But I am never late. I do not operate on human time. I was dismantling the toxic foundation of your life so I could build something eternal. I was pulling up the deep weeds of generational trauma so your new garden could finally bloom. The pain you are clinging to is a massive illusion of safety. It is a false comfort zone that will slowly destroy your beautiful destiny. Surrender is not a sign of defeat. Giving up your heavy iron armor does not mean you have lost the war. Letting go of the bitter grievance is the master key to unlock your dark prison cell. When you finally release the desperate need to understand everything. When you stop demanding an apology from people who will never give it to you. When you accept the apology you never received, that is the exact moment you reclaim your divine power. That is the moment the heavy chains simply fall off your wrists. Look at the time right now. Look at the exact moment you found this specific message. Look at the circumstances that brought you to this very second in time. It is no accident you are hearing my steady voice right now. You did not stumble upon this by mere chance. You did not simply scroll into this holy encounter. I aligned the vast universe so you would pause here today. I orchestrated the events of your week to bring your heart to this exact state of readiness. You have felt a restless shifting in your spirit lately. You have felt a deep and unexplainable frustration with your current stagnation. You are tired of walking around the exact same painful mountain year after year. You are exhausted from fighting the exact same battles in your mind every single night. That deep frustration is a holy and beautiful sign. It is a clear signal from heaven that the old ways of surviving are no longer working. They are no longer working because I am actively preparing you to thrive. You are standing on the sacred threshold of a massive spiritual transformation. Your weary heart is finally ready to receive the heavy truth of my love. But there is a spiritual law you must understand today. I cannot pour fresh and glorious new wine into old and torn wineskins. I cannot place a brand new blessing into hands that are tightly closed around old trauma. I cannot lead you into the bright promised land if you keep looking back at the dark wilderness. I cannot write a new chapter if you refuse to turn the page. The season of merely surviving is officially over. The season of living in defensive mode has expired. I am calling you higher than you have ever been. I am calling you deeper into my perfect peace. Your spirit knows this is the absolute truth. You can feel the gentle pulling in your chest right now as I speak to you. That is my Holy Spirit drawing you out of the shadows and into the glorious light. You are ready for the new season. You are prepared for the profound upgrade. But I must give you a very serious warning out of my deep love for you. I warn you because I see the unseen battles surrounding your daily life. There is a very real enemy who absolutely hates your bright future. He is terrified of the person you are about to become. The enemy wants you to fall deeply in love with your heavy chains. He wants you to romanticize your deep sadness until it becomes your personality. He whispers dark lies into your ear when you are sitting alone in the silence. He tells you that this familiar pain is your only true identity. He convinces you that if you let the trauma go, then you will be completely empty. He tells you that without your tragic story, you are absolutely nobody. He tries to convince you that healing is boring and dangerous. Do not listen to his deceptive and wicked whispers. He creates a highly toxic comfort zone to blind you. He uses deep nostalgia to pull you back into the dangerous swamp you just crawled out of. He makes you miss people who repeatedly broke your gentle heart. He makes you crave environments that constantly disrespected your soul. He reminds you of the good times with the people who caused your worst nightmares. This is the powerful distraction right before your massive blessing. This is the heavy spiritual resistance that always comes right before a major breakthrough. Whenever you are about to cross over into your promised land, the enemy will scream the loudest. He will try to trigger your old anxiety. He will send sudden panic attacks to make you doubt your secure footing. He will make you feel like waiting for the other shoe to drop is a logical way to live. He will try to make you sabotage the good things I am sending into your life. He wants you to push away the genuine love because you feel you do not deserve it. The enemy knows how incredibly close you are to total freedom. He knows that if you drop the sharp thorns today, then his grip on you is broken forever, so he amplifies the fear of the vast unknown. He makes the glorious new land look terrifying and full of impossible giants. He sends old familiar faces back into your life to test your strong resolve. He triggers old painful memories to make you doubt your magnificent healing progress. He wants you to think that because you still feel the ache, you are not truly healed. I am exposing his dark tactics to you right now in this sacred moment. I am shining my bright heavenly light on his hidden and cowardly traps. Do not fall for the familiar illusion again, my child. Do not walk backwards into the burning house just because you miss the warmth of the roaring fire. Do not go back to the chains just because you know the exact weight of them. You are so much stronger than the deceptive pull of your broken past. You have my divine blood flowing through your spiritual veins. You have the power of the universe backing up your every step. The intense tension you feel right now is the incredible pressure of a breaking chain. The overwhelming fear you feel is just the loud noise of the enemy losing his complete control over your life. You are on the winning side of this long invisible war. I have already declared your absolute victory in the heavenly realms. The battle is already decided and you are the champion. But you must make the physical choice to drop the heavy weapon. You must choose to step out of the dark, defensive trench. Watch very closely what happens when you finally release your tight grip on the pain. Watch the miraculous things I will do the very second you decide to drop that heavy shield. If you drop your heavy shield right now, I will instantly become your permanent and impenetrable fortress. Let go of those sharp thorns today. I will gently bandage your bleeding hands. You do not have to fiercely protect yourself anymore, my child. The heavy burden of defense is no longer yours to carry. I am stepping directly in front of you right now. I am taking the front line of this fierce battle. I am taking the fiery arrows that were meant to destroy your tender heart. I am blocking the violent winds that were trying to knock you down. You can stand safely behind my massive presence. You can hide in the shadow of my mighty wings. You have spent so many years trying to defend your own honor. You have exhausted your soul trying to prove your worth to people who refuse to see it. You have fought so hard to keep the dangerous predators away from your door. But the battle is entirely mine now. I am actively fighting for you in rooms you have not even entered yet. I am silently clearing your path of every hidden trap. I am deliberately removing the toxic people from your immediate environment. I am placing an invisible wall of divine fire around your daily life. No weapon formed against your spirit will ever prosper again. No dark plot designed to ruin your peace will ever succeed. You are completely covered by my fierce and jealous love. I am standing guard over your mind while you rest. I am watching over your soul while you navigate this chaotic world. If you are finally ready to let me fight for you, if you are completely exhausted from being your own protector, go to the comments right now and type this simple prayer. Lord, I release my pain to you. Type it as a physical act of absolute surrender. Declare it as a bold statement to the enemy who is watching. Let the spiritual realm know that you are no longer holding the weapon. Let them know that the creator of the universe is now your personal defender. Because when your hands are finally empty, when you open your tight fists and let the bitter ashes fall to the dirt, that is the exact moment I can pour out the massive blessing. Your empty hands are not a tragic sign of devastating loss. They are not a symbol of your terrible defeat. Your empty hands are a beautiful and holy vessel. They are finally open and ready to receive the glorious abundance I have prepared. A tightly clenched fist simply cannot catch the gentle rain of my grace. A hand gripping a sharp thorn cannot accept a royal crown. The moment you let the familiar pain fall from your trembling fingers, I will immediately place a crown of divine beauty upon your weary head. I am orchestrating a monumental breakthrough in your spiritual life. A season of profound and unexplainable peace is rushing toward you right now. It is coming faster than you can possibly imagine. This is not a temporary feeling of mild relief. This is a deep and anchoring peace that will stabilize your entire existence. I am not promising you a life completely free of sudden storms. I am not promising you a magical solution that makes all your problems vanish overnight. But I am promising you a completely new heart to weather any storm. I am promising you a quiet mind that refuses to panic when the wind blows. You will wake up in the morning and notice that the heavy weight is simply gone. You will breathe in the fresh air and realize your chest does not hurt anymore. You will lay your head on the pillow at night and fall into a deep and restorative sleep. The dark nightmares of your painful past will lose their terrifying grip on your imagination. The anxious racing thoughts will be silenced by my calming whisper. You will walk into rooms with a quiet and unshakable confidence. You will smile again with genuine and authentic joy. You will laugh loudly without feeling a sudden wave of survivor guilt. I am restoring the beautiful years that the locusts have eaten away. I am giving you back the bright energy that the trauma stole from your soul. The heavy fog of depression is lifting from your mind today. The dark clouds of endless confusion are breaking apart to reveal the warm sun. I am making all things completely new in your life. I am breathing fresh heavenly life into your exhausted lungs. But to step into this glorious new reality, you must finally know exactly who you truly are. You must remember your true and original identity. You have listened to the cruel labels of the world for far too long. You have believed the terrible names they called you in moments of anger. You have internalized the harsh criticisms of people who never understood your bright light. You have defined yourself by your biggest mistakes and your deepest failures. You look in the mirror and you only see the damaged version of yourself. You see the scars and you think they make you completely ugly and undesirable. I am stripping away every single false label right now. I am washing away the toxic definitions you have carried on your back. Listen to my ultimate truth today. You are not the terrible trauma that happened to you in the dark. You are not the painful rejection you endured from that person. You are not the harsh words that were spoken over your life. You are not the financial ruin that kept you awake at night. You are not the divorce that broke your fragile family. You are not the secret addiction you have been secretly battling. You are not the shameful mistakes you made when you were trying to survive. Those things simply happened to you. Those events occurred in your past, but they do not dictate your royal identity. They do not change your divine DNA. I am the great I am. I am the author of your grand story. And I am calling you by a beautiful new name today. You are chosen. You are completely and permanently restored. You are perfectly clean in my holy sight. You are infinitely valuable to my grand kingdom. You are a magnificent masterpiece created by my own hands. You are unconditionally loved exactly as you are right now. There is absolutely nothing you could ever do to make me love you less. There is no dark place you could run where my light would not find you. There is no depth you could sink to where my grace could not reach you. You are my beloved child. You belong entirely to me. Your identity is safely hidden in my eternal love. Your future is totally secure in my sovereign hands. Your beautiful name is written in the palm of my hand. I have claimed you as my very own precious treasure. Do you feel the heavy chains breaking off your mind right now? Do you feel the sudden lightness in your tired shoulders? Do you realize how incredibly safe you are in this very moment? Because there is only one final thing you need to do today. There is only one last step to cross over into your ultimate freedom today. Right now, in this very quiet and sacred moment, I ask you to do the bravest thing you have ever done. I ask you to open your tightly clenched fists. Look down at your beautiful and trembling hands again. It is time to let the familiar pain fall to the ground. It is time to drop the heavy branch of sharp thorns. You do not need it anymore. You are completely safe to let it go. I know it feels terrifying to release the one thing that has been constant in your life. I know you feel naked and exposed without your thick armor, but I am holding the entire universe together with my words. I can certainly hold your fragile and recovering heart. I want you to take a deep and intentional breath right now. Breathe in my endless and refreshing grace. Let it completely fill your exhausted lungs. Let it flow through your entire weary body. Now exhale and forcefully breathe out all the toxic bitterness. Breathe out the crippling fear of the unknown future. Breathe out the heavy and exhausting need to control every single outcome. Give me your desperate need to understand why the tragedy happened. Give me the painful memories that haunt your mind in the dark. Give me the intense anger that burns like a fire in your chest. Give me the profound sadness that makes your eyes so heavy every night. Hand it all over to me right now. You are entirely safe to be soft again. You are safe to take off the heavy iron armor of defense. You do not have to be the relentlessly strong one today. You do not have to hold the entire broken world on your tired shoulders. I am lifting the massive weight off your back right now. I am taking the heavy yoke of survival from your weary neck. My yoke is easy and my divine burden is incredibly light. I want you to physically feel the glorious release in your body right now. Unclench your tight jaw. Relax your tense and elevated shoulders. Let your defensive guard down completely in my holy presence. I will never betray your fragile trust. I will never abandon you when you are completely vulnerable. I am the ultimate safe place you have been searching for your entire life. Save this video right now, my beautiful child. Keep it very close to your healing heart. Return to this exact message whenever the dark ghost of your past tries to hand you back the pain. Listen to my gentle voice again whenever the enemy tries to convince you to put the heavy armor back on. I want you to know with absolute certainty that I will never leave your side. As you navigate this glorious and unfamiliar new freedom, I am right here. I am walking right beside you into this bright and beautiful new season. My holy presence will go with you everywhere and I will give you absolute rest. But my child, you are not the only one who desperately needs this massive breakthrough today. You are not the only one sitting in the cold dark holding onto a bleeding branch. There are so many other precious souls who are drowning in their own silent storms. They are suffocating under the crushing weight of their own familiar pain. If you are thinking of someone right now who is violently trapped in their past, if a specific name or a tired face just flashed into your mind as you listened to my voice, I placed them in your thoughts for a very specific and divine reason. I am asking you to be my holy and trusted messenger today. Send this message directly to them right now. Share this profound and liberating truth with their weary soul. Let them know that I have not forgotten them in their dark and lonely valley. Let them know that they do not have to fight their heavy battles alone anymore. Be the beautiful instrument of my healing grace in their broken life. Your simple action of sharing this could be the exact miracle they have been crying out for. Look at your hands one last time, my sweet child. They are finally empty, they are finally clean and totally free from the sharp and poisonous thorns. And now they are gently held by my strong and eternal hands. You are completely secure in my mighty and loving grip. The old and painful chapter of your life is officially closed forever. The ink is dry and the heavy book of your past is completely shut. It is time to rest your weary and overactive mind. It is time to let your anxious and racing thoughts finally settle down into silence. Close your tired eyes right now. Feel the warm and comforting embrace of my perfect peace surrounding your physical body. Feel the deep and majestic stillness entering your spirit. You do not have to worry about what will happen tomorrow. You do not have to plan your elaborate defense for the future. Rest now, my beautiful and chosen child. Sleep in my profound and heavenly peace tonight. I am already standing in your tomorrow. I have already prepared the bright and glorious path ahead of you. You are deeply and eternally loved. Amen.